Hello, and welcome to this first case study in this section on introduction in this course, Mastering Business Analytics. So, this is a case study of becoming an excellent business analytics, right? And this is one of the most valuable cases to teach because business excellence sits at the intersection of critical thinking, data interpretation, communication, and stakeholder influence. And this case is crafted for students and earlier professionals, career professionals anywhere in the world like you, who aspire to become excellent business analysts at an individual level, developing their problem solving mindset, analytical discipline, and business storytelling skills. So that's this case study about. So let's take a look at this case study of connecting the dots of building excellence as business analyst at an individual level. And this is about how an individual built excellence in business analytics by learning to move from data to insights to business impact. And this is, as we were saying, for the students and professionals aspiring to become data savvy, insight driven business analytics, right? Business analysts. And it is inspired by a real learning pattern from analysts at Procter and Gamble, Accenture, and Google. So there's a good possible learning that you will have in this case study. So let's go ahead with this. So what was the challenge that the analyst was facing, the potential analyst was facing? Denny, name mask, face mask, is a 25-year-old commerce graduate from Nairobi, and he started first job as a junior business analyst in a retail e-commerce startup. Now, this company sold fashion apparels online and had grown fast, but the profitability was slipping. And the Daniels manager, when he said, find out why we are losing money despite rising sales, he thought it was simple to just check revenue and cost reports. But 3 weeks later, or 3 weeks of checking data, he was overwhelmed. He was overwhelmed that the data was inconsistent across departments. Marketing, finance, and operation each blamed different causes, and leadership wanted insights, not numbers. And the Daniel realized that his challenge was not and wasn't analyzing data. It was thinking like an analyst who understands the business. So that was the challenge Daniel was facing, right? So he went and analyzed the problem. But Daniel was technically skilled in Excel and Power BI, but he lacked what is called contextual clarity, contextual curiosity, not clarity, but lacks curiosity of the context. He was asking questions like, what happened? Instead of questions like, why did it happen and what should we do next? And as a result of realization like this, he decided to develop his own personal framework to transform himself from a data operator into a strategic business thinker. And his this model that he developed, he called 5I model of business analytics excellence. Now, what is this 5I model of business analytics excellence? Let's take a look at that. Right. So Daniel's 5I framework of becoming an excellent business analyst. So the first thing in this was first I was for immerse, where he needed to build the capability to understand the business context. And what he did as a result of this is he shadowed teams in logistic, marketing, and customer service for a week. And he realized that business problem was not profit, but return logistic costing 18% of the revenue. 18% of the revenue. Can you believe that? Then he investigated, he started. That was the second step by asking the right questions, and he developed that capability. He used the 5 whys to dig deeper into the return data because that's where the problem was. And he found that 60% of the returns were due to wrong size selection. So he started learning, right? Then he took the third step of integrating, where he connected data across function, right? He combined website analytics, the click data into warehouse reports, and discovered users from mobile devices made more sizing errors. So more discoveries. What step was to interpret the data? Where you turn findings into insights, and he built a simple dashboard showing the pattern and the financial impact. And the key learning was that leadership finally saw the root cause very clearly through this dashboard. And the fifth last step was to influence of 5I, where you tell a story that drives action. And he presented a story, fixed sizing, save profits with visual data. And management approved a virtual fitting feature and reduced returns by 40%. So that was the journey Daniel went through with his 5I framework. So what was the turning point? So the Daniel's breakthrough came when he realized that the company didn't have the sales problem, but a customer experience problem. Each department saw its own numbers, but no one saw the whole system, right? And by integrating, data and asking smarter questions, he identified the one insight that mattered most. That mobile shoppers can't estimate sizes easily, leading to returns, extra shipping cost, and lost profits. So this root cause identification was the turning point using the analytics process. So the solution was for him at a personal level to move from becoming analyst to advisor. And as a result, Daniel recommended and helped implement few things like AI-driven virtual fitting feature on the mobile app, because that will give the customers capability to do the right size recommendation and improve recommendation algorithm based on past purchase return data, and did an education campaign for customer explaining sizing better during the checkout. And he tracked the post implementation results. And what were the results? Let's take a look at that. So the results after 3 months. So on the metrics of product returns, which was 18% before off sales, it dropped to 10.5%, almost half. Customer satisfaction went up from 72% to 87%, a very significant jump. And consequently, the profit margins, which was 3%, went up to plus 9%, right? Cross-functional meetings, instead of being reactive, became insight-driven, and Daniel's role from a data crunching junior analyst became a lead analyst for customer experience process. So great results, isn't it? So what was Daniel's reflection? So Daniel learned that analytics is not about data; it is about decisions. When you connect the dots between what you see and what matters, you move from reporting to influencing, right? So that was Daniel's realization. So key lessons for students like us, you and me, more you than me, is aspiring to excel as business analysts. First is, you need to build the business curiosity as a skill, which means understanding the business model, not just the metrics. And you can build that by shadowing different departments and asking why repeatedly. Then you need to build the skill of analytical rigor, which basically means cleaning, correcting, and questioning data quality. And there you need to practice EDA. We will talk about this whole thing as we go forward. And then you need to also develop skill systems thinking, where you see relationship between processes and outcomes. And that you can do by drawing process maps for the problems you study. Then storytelling, you need to become good at storytelling, where you communicate insights clearly, visually, and persuasively, and that you can do by practicing writing one slide, so what summaries. And finally, you need to learn about influencing stakeholders that translates data into decisions for non-technical leaders, and that you can build by doing the role plays presenting to different audiences. So that's how you can become excellent business analyst. So what is the Daniel's growth roadmap from data user to insight leader? So he started as a data gatherer, collecting and reporting data with And his growth focus was on accuracy and attention to detail. And the key question was what is happening? Descriptive analytics. Second is data interpreter, where you find trends and anomalies, and analytical reasoning is the focus. And you answer the quick question, why is it happening? Then insight development is the third stage, where you link analysis to business drivers, and the focus is on understanding the business. And then you ask key questions, so what does it mean? Then fourth, as a strategic influencer, where you recommend actionable strategies, and you focus in on storytelling and persuasion. And your key question is, what should we do? And finally, as a business partner, where you start anticipating and preventing issues with a focus on strategic foresight, and then you answer a very important futuristic question, what will happen next and why? So that was the Daniel's growth roadmap from data user to insight leader. So let's take a look at a learning activity that you can use to get an idea of how to build this excellence as you keep going through this course. And that is a business analyst reality challenge, in which your objective is to build real world analytical and business solving excellence, business problem solving excellence. And then what you need to do is to take few steps. The first step is to choose a real or a fictional company facing declining profitability or customer satisfaction, right? Then collect open data or simulate data from at least three sources: sales, feedback, and operation. Then apply the 5I framework: immerse, investigate, integrate, and interpret, and influence with recommendation. And present your analysis in a one-page executive summary like Daniel's dashboard, not 10 pages. And reflect what insight surprised you, what mistakes taught you the most, and what did you analyze? How did your analysis influence your own thinking? So that's a learning activity for you to become an excellent business analyst. So what are the final takeaways? An excellent business analyst uh, doesn't just read numbers. They read the business through the number. At an individual level, business analytics excellence means mastering four lifelong habits. The first of them is asking smarter questions before running reports, connecting logic with empathy, understanding why people act, just not what they do, translating analysis into stories that inspire decisions, and reflecting regularly, because every insight teaches you something about how you think. And more you have reflections, better you become, right? So, what do we do next now? So, in the next lecture, we will start with an overview of this course by looking at defining what is business analytics. You've got some idea, but we will formally define it and then take it forward in the rest of the course. So, thank you so much for watching this introductory case study in this course, Master in Business Analytics. I hope you're beginning to learn new things, beginning to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need to.